你好，这是欧百斯日报。我的名字是 Eric 和我开发软件。Today, I want to talk a little bit more about my pickpocketing experience in Hanoi yesterday and all the support I got from the LightHotel. Okay, so today I'm traveling again. I left Hanoi this morning. Right now I'm at Guangzhou Airport and I'm just waiting like 2 hours. I got a 2-hour layover before I catch my flight to Manila. But it's kind of nice to be on Chinese soil. You know, for the longest time, I remember when I was at DLI years ago learning Chinese, I would try to get every bit of Chinese literature I could. Of course, now you got the internet, it's easy, but it's still kind of cool to try to read all the signs and everything, and then also to speak to the customs and everything. Right, so anyway, what I wanted to do today was talk a little bit about follow-up from yesterday. So yesterday I told you how I was pickpocketed and my iPhone was stolen, right? And I had to go fill out a police report and everything. Well, actually, it just kept going on later and later. So it's, you know, there's a little bit more to the story. I mean, not actually what happened, but just sort of like how, you know, I spent a lot of yesterday in police stations and just waiting for the police report to be done. So when I was talking to you yesterday, I'd done the first police report, and the people at the hotel, the LightHotel, which I cannot speak highly enough about, and I'm going to give them the hugest Expedia and TripAdvisor, you know, whatever. I don't usually leave reviews, but I'm going to give them the best review ever because they really helped me. Right, so it was like we did the police report. They came back saying there was too much information, you know, about the pickpocket and everything like that. It was better just to say I lost the phone. So I was like, look, but it was stolen. You know, I was there when it was stolen, and so we changed that. And then they came back and said no, they didn't want to do it because they thought I was trying to cheat the insurance. The police said that. So the people at the hotel were like, we're really sorry. And then, you know, last night I get a call from the front desk, and it was somebody else saying, you know, he says, you know, I've got a contact. We'll go to a different police station. We know of a good police officer. You know, there's lots of nuances here. So we went to we got in an Uber and drove across town, and he went with me, right? So they went with me, and he filled in all the paperwork for me and everything like that. Did all the translation. I just sat there quiet. I mean, it was, you know, I tried to pick up what the police were talking about. The police, by the way, police were like, you know, like you would expect them to be, stone-faced, didn't say anything, looked actually kind of bored. But it was like having an attorney with me because he did all the talking. They never asked me any questions. Occasionally I'd fill in and sign my name, and that was it. So, you know, it was one of these things where I felt guilty about how much work this hotel was doing for me. I tried to pay them afterwards. Let me pay you for all the time you guys have put into this. There was two people. There was someone's name was Thomas and another guy, Jimmy. Jimmy was really apologetic because he did the first one. He says, I'm really sorry. You know, they didn't want to help me because I'm Vietnamese, and they didn't want to help you because you're foreigner. You know, I didn't have any contacts, and the other guy did it and everything. But I've got the police report. I don't know if the insurance will do it or whatever, but it was amazing how much they went above and beyond to do that. So yeah, I just can't speak highly enough about the LightHotel. If you're ever going to Hanoi on business, definitely stay in the LightHotel. And you know, and when I was talking yesterday, you know, I didn't want to leave a bad impression of Hanoi or Vietnam to anybody because it was a great trip and it's a beautiful place, and everybody was so kind. Especially when I mentioned that my phone was stolen. Everyone was almost like they were embarrassed, like, you know, I'm so sorry that's happened to you. I'm really sorry. I was like, no, it's not your fault. You know, I should have been more careful. You know, and yeah, and everybody was really kind and helpful. And it's, you know, one thing I didn't want to do was leave an impression of Vietnam being like a dangerous place, because it isn't. I mean, everyone keeps telling me Manila is going to be dangerous. Like, oh, you better watch out in Manila. There's pickpockets everywhere. Someone told me don't get in a taxi, otherwise they'll just send body parts back home or something. I mean, I've heard some really bad stories. Hopefully it's not that bad. But I'm only going to be in Manila for a day, and then we're going to like a beach resort with the team. I'm going to meet up with the team over there for the first time, and we're just going to hang out for a few days, talk about it's the same thing we're doing in Vietnam, talk about the future direction of the company, the way I want things to go, how we're going to work together, how can we work together better in the future, and everything like that. So anyway, the two things I want to talk about, just to clarify, if you ever stay in Hanoi, stay at the LightHotel. Fantastic place. The hotel's nice. It's a nice hotel, but the customer service was above and beyond. I could not believe all that they had done for me. I mean, I'm just so grateful, you know. And then also, and Vietnam is a great place. Oh, and Hanoi is a great place, but you know, it might be an acquired taste. And you know what? I am not a travel guy, right? I was trying to think of this. I've always wanted to be like a travel person, you know, like I travel all over the place, but I'll admit something to you here, but don't tell anyone. I did go to KFC once, and I went to Dunkin' Donuts once, but I had other Vietnamese food too, because before I left, everyone says, oh, the food's gonna be fantastic. Oh, I envy you for having all the Vietnamese food, but you know, all right, I went junk food a couple times there. So anyway, I'll let you guys, I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow from Manila, probably. And that's it for today. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.